What up, YouTube? It's Team 12 here. Well, just Gobb Usopp. Nimbus is a little preoccupied right now, so I'll be taking over this video. And today we are going to be reviewing Samurai Jack, Episode 5 of Season 5. I think it's Episode 57 overall. I really like how they don't have titles. It kind of makes it really hard to follow what's going on. But anyway, really, really great episode. The start of it, I loved the throwback. I loved the throwback to the Scotsman. The fact that he's still alive, well, at least the beginning of the episode was, and that he's built up this whole army, all of his daughters, the humor of it. It's great. Samurai Jack doesn't usually bring back characters. I'm not sure that they've ever really done that. And if they were going to bring back one, I think the Scotsman has got to be my favorite. Just such an interesting character, such a great juxtaposition to Jack. I really hope that he's going to be a more prevalent part of this season going forward. And you kind of have to assume so, because he goes and attacks Aku. Aku's in the hole, like, oh, I'm sad, whatever. Doesn't really want to do anything. Sees this entire army. He's like, maybe if I kill them all, it'll make me happy. Doesn't seem to make him happy. Does succeed in killing pretty much everyone besides all of the Scotsman's daughters. And sort of the Scotsman, he somehow comes back as a ghost, which I love. There's really no precedent for this as far as I'm aware of in Samurai Jack, but it was still a fun little throwback because of the sword and all of its magic or something. Don't really understand. Really happy that he's still there. So hopefully he comes back and Jack, and all of his daughters can, cause some mayhem, as one would expect out of these group. So after this little brief kind of intro, gets back to the big story of Ashi, the daughter of Aku, and Jack kind of having this weird relationship where Jack has not really had anyone consistently with him throughout this whole show. But it looks like over the next couple of episodes, Ashi and Jack are going to have a little bit of back and forth. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So it starts off with Ashi kind of sitting there next to Jack being like, oh, well, Jack's asleep. What should I do? And it's interesting because the same way that Jack's having all of these internal debates that are manifesting itself into kind of visuals that they're like a bad acid trip, the daughter, or Ashi, is getting this face coming out of the moon being like, you have to kill Jack, you have to kill Jack, you have to kill Jack. She's like, you know what? No. I've seen enough. I'm really confused. I don't know what's going on, but I know that I don't like the answers that I've gotten. So she is just like, I gotta give this a try. I gotta see what happens. And after Jack kind of tries to break away from her, she comes back and she's like, look, I need to know. And I love the shot that they have of the two of them, like, right by the fire, where they're like just kind of staring at each other, and it seems like a moment of peace, but Ashi just can't handle it for more than like 2 seconds. It's like, come on, tell me, I need to know, what's the truth? And Jack's like, I'll show you tomorrow. And then you get this great classic Samurai Jack thing where they kind of mix up the art style and go to the origin story of the stars, and it's just brilliant and beautiful. I love the sun and the moon spirit. They're so playful, but still like clearly have their own personalities that matches what you would expect. And the bow and arrow just kind of brings it back to the period. I thought it was really well done. It was a really interesting story. And the beauty of like them riding on the bird, going through the sky, shooting the stars in it. It's just, again, classic Samurai Jack, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful work of art. So she kind of takes that story. Ashi takes that story. Is like, okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure she particularly believes it. I'm not sure it's particularly true, but it's still interesting. And then the following morning, she gets kind of her first real glimpse into the evil of Aku, with that last tree that was just kind of, that used to be this beautiful, gorgeous forest, and Aku just kind of destroyed everything to destroy everything. And you can tell her looking around and coming to the realization that, oh wow, Aku has really messed everything up, and everything that I've been told is just doesn't really seem to be true. And she like finally comes to it and is like, okay, how are we going to do this? And you get this just heartbreaking moment with Jack, where Jack's like, there's nothing we can do. I've been doing this for 50 plus years. I mean, it's been 50 years since the beginning, and he was doing even more before that. So Jack's just, he can't even handle it anymore. He's like, there's nothing we can do, especially without the sword. Not that he mentions that. But it's just, it's heartbreaking to know that that's how Jack kind of views this. And I think Ashi thought the same thing. And as she's going to start to question it, you get some action again. You get the adult blue people. I don't really know what their race was, but where she gets to see like a real person's reaction to Jack of, oh, Jack, you're here. Like, you're the hero. You're what everyone needs to save us from Aku. I think further kind of bringing Ashi along with the whole, oh no, like seems like Jack is kind of the good person. And then you get, of course, Aku doing the most evil thing ever, just like over the top evil, where they steal the blue kids away from the blue adults, and it's like, why do you steal the little kids? Why do you like go after just all of the most innocent people? Like, I get it that he's evil, but like, does it just seems overkill. Like, he just has to go after all the like most vulnerable people just to like be the most evil thing he can be, which I guess is what Aku is, but is a little much. Also, Jack going to show Ashi the slay or the criminal that comes in, and he's gonna go like kill all the little kids and their pets, and yeah, I get it. It's good storytelling, but sometimes it's a little much. But yeah, so Jack and Ashi go and try to like save the blue kids, and it's just like, okay, this is really creepy. You get to see the hand move, and then you get to see things get interesting. The little blue kids are freaking terrifying. And the whole chase scene and them running from Jack was really fun. I liked it. The most creepy scene of this whole thing, though, was that blue kid in the doorway when he's just like, hello, Jack. And then suddenly everyone comes in and it's just like attack, attack, attack. Oh, it was really, really fun, great action, and Jack clearly wouldn't really hurt any of them. And that was perfect because when Ashi got captured, she got to kind of see this whole thing and got to further realize Jack's kind of the good guy here. And it also leads to one of just a great, great moment of humor when the dude who's torturing Ashi, has to go back and like recharge, like doodaloo, I'm just gonna like chill here. Why is his back turned to Ashi? Didn't get that. That seems like, I'm just gonna give her an opportunity to escape. She doesn't, but it seems like bad guy 101. Don't turn your back. Don't leave the person who you have captured. Don't leave them unattended. That's when the bad thing's gonna happen. But it turned out just fine, and he comes back and starts like zapping Ashi again, and it didn't look good. And then Ashi got mad. Oh, I loved that face, just the anger and like the I am going to make you feel pain. And she did, and she was able to kind of save Jack and figured out save the little blue people, but Jack didn't know that. And one of the most heartbreaking moments I remember in Samurai Jack is the look on his face when he saw all of those blue kids go down. And I think he thought they were dead. And he was just like, oh no, not again. Like, you could just see him break on the inside. And that's when the kind of the antlered samurai comes. And finally we get some action between the two, and looks like Jack kind of walked off with this guy, which does not seem good. I don't like this. I think that this leads Jack towards like the underworld, towards death. This guy doesn't bring anything good, in my opinion. And I think you could see from the promo that Jack's in trouble. This is not going to go well. And so I think we're about to see a shift towards Ashi and Ashi's point of view and kind of her following Jack. And I wonder how much of Jack we're going to actually see in the next episode. So I think that it's going to be a predominantly Ashi-focused episode, kind of the watching her develop, watching her interact with the world for the first time without Jack, without anyone to really guide her through it. And I'm not sure she's going to like what she's going to see, and I think that you're going to see a real change in her to where she kind of solidifies what she is and goes and helps Jack. And I'm really excited about that, because Jack hasn't really ever had a major ally, and I think that Ashi is going to be the big major ally. And that should make Jack all the more dangerous. But yeah, again, great episode. As Samurai Jack is famous for, the use of the negative space, like the way that when Ashi was running to try to go like stop the signal, she was like walking up at one point, but then like walking down another point. It was like very non-linear. The artwork and everything is beautiful. It was classic Samurai Jack. This season has been fantastic. It has been incredible from start to finish, and seeing Jack walk away here just leaves me more and more excited for what's going to come next. So if anyone was paying attention, you'll notice that we didn't, Nimbus and I did not do episode 4 because of the whole Rick and Morty incident. We weren't really sure that it came out. We just realized it today, so we'll be later in the week coming back and doing Samurai Jack episode 4, but we thought it was important to get episode 5 out. So if you like the video, please like below. If you're interested in what we have to say, please subscribe. If you thought I did something great, thought I did something terrible, really have anything that you want to say, just let us know in the comments down below. Yeah. So I think that's about it. All that's left is saying bye from your boy Gobb Usopp and Team 12 out.